Joe, what's good? It's your boy Raymond Wilkins and Ruckus. And today, I want to talk about like, all right, so whenever somebody thinks about getting in shape or getting fit, right? They think about two things usually, right? Diet and exercise, right? And there's a whole nother aspect to that, which would be rest, recovering. You know what I mean? After you exercise, you need to recover. Part of recovering is the food you give yourself, so it's diet, and the other half of it is actually resting. So that's the three pillars of maintaining your body weight or your body basically. You know what I mean? So with understanding that, in America we always attack the two, diet and exercise, right? But what I'm now starting to realize is before you ever start thinking about changing your diet, before you pick up any type of weights or start doing any type of exercise, and because we don't know about it, resting being the last one, before you even thinking about resting, you have to understand and learn what your relationship to these things are. Do you get what I mean? So now, if you grew up in America, you was told you had to have 3 square meals a day. That is a motherfucking lie. So it's like my relationship to food is I'm supposed to eat breakfast, eggs, bacon, egg, and cheese, or bacon, egg, and toast. Um, Bacon, egg, and cheese with toast. Lunch, sandwich or some type of shit or whatever, and dinner. You know what I mean? That's what we've been taught as, or at least in America. You know what I mean? But that's a goddamn fucking lie. You know what I mean? But it's just like that's our relationship to food. Another thing, me being a Haitian, we don't waste food. My parents came from where motherfuckers starve. You know what I mean? So any amount of food, you gotta eat that shit. Cause you don't know when the fuck the next meal is. So I was also instilled with we do not waste food. So if you put the food that's on my plate cannot be wasted. The only place it's going is in my belly. You know what I mean? So even now when I have friends, if they're throwing away food that's like untouched, you know what I mean? It's like, no, nigga, I'm gonna eat that because you're wasting food. So you have to understand your relationship with all these different things. Exercising. Most people have a bad relationship with exercising. You know why? Because you haven't been consistent enough to see the results of exercising. That's basically it. But exercising, whether it be like exercising, a lot of times will come into a form of sports. If you're not good at sports, you're not gonna really want to freaking exercise because those sports and stuff of that nature is usually the catalyst for people who exercise. Is because it's their it applies to their livelihood. So if it be sports agents, and thing of that nature. But understand those people have a positive relationship with working out, exercise. So that's why, you know what I mean? Martial artists, people who fight, have a positive relationship with working out. So yeah, it's hard, it's difficult, but they have a positive relationship, a rapport with that. So now when it comes time, though, they're told they have to exercise, it's not like, but even if it is, they know at the end of at when they exercise, they're gonna be able to achieve whatever goal that they're trying to achieve at the end of the process. You know what I mean? So it's just like that. Another and the last one that we all forget about is resting. What is your relationship with resting? Have you always had problems? I never was able to sleep at night since I was a kid. Maybe it comes from wanting a feeling I'm gonna miss something because all my brothers were older than me. I'm the baby. I had to go to sleep first. I had to go to sleep at 9. The rest of them got to go to sleep at 10, 11, 12. And it's like I wanted to be around my family. So it's like I feel like maybe I thought I was missing out. And to this day, is wired in my brain that nighttime I don't get sleep. I don't get tired. I do my best work at night creatively, for a very long period of time it's been like that. So it's just like understanding your relationship with all these three aspects. So my relationship with food was that shit I eat for comfort. not for survival, not for, and then now understanding, oh, food is fuel for your body to do what you want to do. Oh, as an adult, I'm now leaning on like last night, I bought a sandwich and I bought munchies, right? After I ate my sandwich, I didn't feel like eating the munchies. Like I had no room or taste for the munchies. Like I had to force myself to eat the munchies because I don't waste food. And it's like, oh wow, like so you telling me if I buy a bag of candy, I will eat all the candy because if I don't, I'll feel like it's wasting food. Another thing too is like because of growing up, you gotta finish the food on your plate. If you give me something, I have to finish it. So you get a bag of chips, I'm gonna finish the bag of chips. It don't matter if it's a dollar size, a 50-cent bag, a 25-cent bag, or a fucking 40-cent. Like I'm going to finish the food in front because that's how I've been programmed. That's my relationship with food. What is your relationship with food? You understand? But and now understanding that I'm starting to lean away from munchies. It's like now when I start craving those again, how about if I replace those Oreos and granola bars and chips with some fruits like some watermelon, some mangoes, some apples, you know what I mean? And it's just like some peanuts, some almonds, some you know what I mean? And it's just like fueling and understanding, yes, I get a craving to eat ice cream, whatever the hell it may be, you know what I mean? But my body's asking for a certain amount of certain type of fuel right now. How do I think? It might just be thirsty. I might need to just drink some motherfucking water and I'll be good. But understanding your relationship with all these aspects, it's never been easy for me to fall asleep. You know what I mean? Once I'm asleep, it's hard to wake me up, but it's hard for me to fall asleep and it's hard for me to wake up. You know what I mean? And get up out of bed. So it's understanding the relationship that I have with resting. And then now what also happened is I indoctrinated meditation into my life. So that helps me rest a great deal. You know what I mean? Because I can't depend on sleep. I need to meditate so I can get as much rest as possible. It's probably not even the right amount still, but it's like I'm getting a lot more rest because I'm learning my sleep. I can't depend on my sleep to get the rest. So when I was still working at AMC, I used to meditate on the train rides. I'm not looking at people meditate on the train rides religiously, going home, coming home, and that fucked me up because when I used to come home, I used to by default meditate, and then now I got home and I'm fucking recharged, and now I can't fall asleep, and it's nighttime, and boom, and it's already late because the jobs I had, because I wake up late, I got jobs that work later in the day. You know what I mean? Especially when I was a bike messenger. So I got home at 3 in the morning and I can't fall asleep till like 5, 6 in the morning. So it's just like wow. But it's like extended from my childhood. So understanding your relationship and changing that, you know what I mean? You can't get upset. If you have a bad relationship with exercising, you have to figure out where that came from and you have to change that around. Now, with exercising, I don't exercise to look a certain way. Granted, I still look good. But I exercise more so to be able to achieve certain physical feats. Like I want to be able to do pull-ups. I still can't do pull-ups. As beautiful as I look and as I can't do pull-ups. There's motherfuckers with bare bellies and motherfuckers be knocking pull-ups out. And it's like, but why the fuck I can't? No matter why the fuck I can't. That's why I work out. I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to hold a handstand. I want to be able to do some capoeira, some b-boy. So I need to be able to, in a certain shape, to be able to do these things. I need to work out a certain way to be able to, I want to be able to dunk one day. So I have to work out these are my goals with exercising. So when I'm doing my squats and they're boring, I get it. It's okay because it's gonna help me be able to dunk the ball, and when I'm able to dunk the ball, that'll really feel good. And it's like that's my goal. It's not, oh, I'm trying to do 40 reps. Nah, we going to failure or whatever the fuck it is. But it's just like my goal isn't to look a certain way, it's to be able to do certain things. It's to be able to, you know what I mean? My children, I have kids, you know what I mean? I have a 3-year-old son and a 8-year-old daughter. They're never beating me in races. They're never going to be able to physically like, at least until I'm crippled and decrepit, you know what I mean? And by that time, they're not going to want to fight me, you know what I mean? And they're not going to want to beat me and shit. But when they do want to and they still got that ego flared up, I'm going to let them know, look, with grace and age, and if you take care of your body right, nigga, you still can't beat me. But that's regardless of the fact. But understanding these I had to go back into myself and rearrange. This is why I exercise every day. So when my daughter thinks she getting in shape, when my son starts hit puberty, he think he could come and dunk on me, niggas, like daddy could still dunk at 40, nigga. 45. Yes, daddy could still blow you out. Yes, daddy could still press more weight and squats than you. Respect, you know what I mean? So like that's what I feel like is a real major, or the first thing people need to start doing, especially if they want to transition their life to like a more healthier life or more fitness life. You have to change your relationships that you have with these entities. Exercising rubs so many people off, and it's just like, why do you not want to exercise? You know the benefits of exercise. Granted, you may never receive them because you never invested long enough with exercise to then see the results and feel the results, but it's like you have a bad relationship with exercising. You got to check that before you start exercising, because you're going to go in and start exercising and you're like, ugh, you know what I mean? And when you do get hurt, not hurt like you hurt yourself, like soreness and all this shit, you're going to be like, this is not worth it. Not realizing if you go through it long enough, you'll see why it is worth it. You know what I mean? Same thing with diet. Best example for me is eating meat. I'm not going to stop eating meat. I don't think I'll ever stop eating meat in my life. I will at one point if I'm unable to grow my own food. You know what I mean? I want my own farm. I want bulls and cows. I want horses. I'm not going to eat the horses. I want goats because I like goat. I don't care for sheeps. But I'm not going to have no pigs, chickens, out the bando, nigga, right? And I'm going to have fishes. Like, I'm going to grow all the food that I want to eat. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, when I get to that point, and then even with that, it's moderation. You know what I mean? So now understand another thing too. As a West Indian, we give people too much food in one serving. You know what I mean? And it's just like, as humans in America, we eat way too much food, period. You know what I mean? And then now, understand like, genetically as humans, we're not supposed to be eating meat. So, granted, I love meat too. I ain't gonna give the shit up. But you gotta eat less of that shit, nigga. If you gotta eat 3 less burgers, maybe 30 less burgers a year, nigga. Like, if you eat a burger this week, no more burgers for the rest of the week. No more burgers for 2 weeks, matter of fact. You know what I mean? Because beef digests differently. You know what I mean? Chicken might be a little bit easier. Fish might be a little easier. But you gotta understand the relationship you have with your body, and what, regardless of what your taste buds may have with the food, what that relationship your body has with the motherfucking food. You know what I mean? And that's another thing for me. I grew up a fat kid because food was my comfort. I was bored. I was mad. I was depressed. Food comforted me, made me feel good, especially in the moment. Like, this ice cream is banging, nigga. This soda pop. You know what I mean? So it's just like, understand your relationship with these things, with diet, understand your relationship with exercise, understand your relationship with rest. And that's the only way you're going to really be able to really attack these things. And I feel like with longevity, be able to maintain a better functioning relationship with these things to then be able to achieve and reach your full goal. Does that make sense? All that being said, it's your boy Remo, Cousin I Records, and I'm out. Peace. Damn, this video's dumb long, nigga. Yeesh. Alright, 2 times.